This is going to be a video on how to apply for your Canadian citizenship. And I'm going to break it down in a way that it's going to be easy for you to follow step by step. I'm not going to make it like a 20 or 30 minutes video. I'm going to make it like as short as possible, but step by step, so that once you finish the first step, you go to the next step. So how to apply for Canadian citizenship. Step 1, find out if you are eligible. Before you move on, I want you to remember this. Finding out if you're eligible or not by answering the eligibility questions will give you a clue on the type of documents you need to gather. Let's quickly dive in. So as you can see on my screen right now, this is a screen on how to apply for Canadian citizenship. This link up here, I will leave in the description area. And also in the description area, I'm going to leave all the steps. So once you finish the first step, which is answering the eligibility questions, then you move to the second step so that you know how to go about this process. Let's quickly jump into answering the eligibility questions. So here it says, find out if you're eligible. So you're going to click on this button and it brings out this new page, which is okay. Like, it's going to show you so many things, like after you apply, tests and interviews, how to apply, oath of citizenship and ceremony. Leave that part for now. This is eligibility criteria. To be eligible to become a Canadian citizen, you must be a permanent resident, have lived in Canada for 3 out of the last 5 years. We're all going to find out here. But this one's, like I said, don't worry about it. Let's answer the questions so that you're kind of not overwhelmed with the whole process. So check your eligibility. You click on the link. Now let's answer the question. So it's going to ask you, have you been a permanent resident and physically been in Canada for at least 3 of the last 5 years? If it's a yes for you, you click on that. If it's a no for you, you click on that. So I'm going to say yes. So I'm going to pretend like I'm applying again so that you guys can get a clue on how to go about the process. In the last 5 years, have you been outside of Canada for more than a total of 330 days? I will say no. Have Canadian officials advised you to leave Canada or that you have unfulfilled conditions? I will say no. Do any of the following apply to you? This is more like you're going to read all these questions. This is more like if you've committed any offense in Canada or outside of Canada. So if you take the time to read this, probably you might have a yes or a no answer. So I'm going to pick a no. So you may need to have proof that you know English or French. Which of these best describes your situation? When we get to the step 3 of this process, which is when we're going to fill out the Canadian citizenship form, we're going to see this option again. So for this process, I used this diploma, certificate, or final transcript from a secondary or post-secondary school program in English or French. So do not really worry about this right now, but do understand. That's why I said it's going to give you a clue on the kind of documents you need to put together, right? So if you don't have a post-secondary, like a diploma certificate, then but you do have an English test, then you might use that, right? So for me, it's a diploma. So I'm going to remember that when I'm filling out the form. But it says, I am 17 or younger, no proof of English language required. I am between 18 and 54, and I have proof that I have knowledge of English language or French. So I'm going to choose this. And in the past 5 years, have you been required to file your personal income taxes? I would say yes. Did you file your personal income taxes? If you haven't, I kind of made a video on how to file your taxes in Canada for free. It was a video I made, I think, a couple weeks ago, a couple days ago. So if you haven't filed your taxes, it would be a good idea for you to check out that video so you can file your taxes, so that if you're applying for your citizenship, it wouldn't be a problem with your application, because it's important that you file your taxes before you apply for your Canadian citizenship. So did you file your personal income taxes? If you were required to do so in the past 5 years, I would say yes. So now it's telling me you probably meet the requirements to apply for Canadian citizenship. So the next step, it says to use the physical presence calculator to confirm you've been in Canada or the required 195 days in the past 5 days. And this is going to be our step 2 in the next video. Like I said, the link will be in the description area. So if you already know this part, you can skip this and go straight to the next step, step 2, which is the physical presence calculator. So like I said, we're going to take it step by step, which is the right way to go about this process. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.